Hello there, welcome to Let's Talk Sports. Me, Joe, and I'm back again. And now I'm here to do a video talking, tailored for the blue half of the side really, and those interested in women's football as well, because there was news that come out across the park on Friday that Everton Football Club could be set to keep Goodison Park Stadium when they move to Bramley Moore Stadium, which is an interesting one. I think it could be a good move for the football club to keep hold of it, but there will be complications with that. I understand that the stadium, as part of the Goodison Legacy project, and I'm getting a deal to build Bramley Moore, was supposed to be converted into community hub, as to say, so like a doctor's surgery and flat. I believe there's a picture that should come up on the screen now of an artist impression of what it could have looked like here with the little benches there, garden. All the stands, the main stand being kept there as part of the flat building and stuff. So yeah, part of that should have been the thing, but there's talk of them actually keeping Goodison Park now and using it for the women's team, which is an idea I thought of a while back. I thought, why didn't they just do that in the first place? And then I understood about the logistics of it turning into a community hub and stuff. So yeah, I thought it was an interesting one, an interesting concept, and I thought, you know, it's been a couple of days since the news broke. I thought I'd check to see if it was just some sort of throwaway rumour that somebody was banded around, but it appears to have legs, this one, and so I thought I'd come and have a chat and see what the Let's Talk Sport community thinks of it as well on this video and talk a bit more about the story and what that could mean for the football club and the city of Liverpool as well. There is a scenario, I do believe, where you can combine both Goodison staying open and turn it into a community hub like the initial plan was, and I think well, I'll get onto that shortly. But yeah, let us know your thoughts, guys, in the comment section below about this as well. Don't forget to subscribe to Let's Talk Sport and hit that like button as well. And if you subscribe, you get more sporting content here on Let's Talk Sport. But yeah, this is an interesting story. I'm gonna go onto the Mirror's website here, just because it was one of the things links, and it's basically just citing the Athletic, and it means I don't have to try and get an Athletic subscription to read their article. So yeah, Everton Football Club are leaving Goodison Park at the end of the season. It says, but it's yet to be, but it could yet become the home of their women's team. The Toffees will play their football at the new 52,888 seater Bramley Moore Stadium, which is set to cost the club a whopping £760 million. Recently hosted that test event game, didn't it, the other week as well, with the under 18s playing now against Wigan. Wigan winning 2-1, and the first goal scorer giving it the six times. So what a legend. So yeah, it means the doors to Goodison Park will soon close, but the women's team could yet call it home, moving from their current home of Walton Hall Park Stadium, which I've been to, and so there's a couple of images there of Walton Hall Park for you. So yeah, they could move from there into Goodison Park, which is in this image that I brought up is from the away end at Goodison Park for the Women's Merseyside Derby, which took place in November, which was attended by Joe Thosland, fellow Let's Talk Sportian, and myself. Uh, but yeah, it's going to be interesting. So yeah, the current capacity of Walton Hall Park is 2,200. It's only really got one stand, as you can see in that picture. The rest is all like stand in place, and the opposite side to that seated stand and covered stand is where like there's a TV gantry and dugouts as well. So it's quite a small stadium. It says on the article, the Athletic understand that the departure of David Moyes' side has opened the possibility for the women's team to move into the iconic venue moving forward. Much of the decision, though, rests on the Goodison Legacy project, which was put into the local government in April 2020. The proposal included plans to provide affordable and social housing with 10 new development blocks being built. The Legacy project also included the construction of a health centre, residential care, education facilities, and new office spaces, allowing the women's decided to move into Goodison Park is said to be a way of supplementing the legacy project. A decision on the future of the historic ground won't be made until after, obviously, Everton have moved into their new home permanently, or should I say Everton men have moved into their new home permanently. Obviously, the season threatened to be a forgettable one for the Blues at Goodison Park, but them scraping that draw in the derby in dramatic fashion the other week has led to a mini resurgence in David Moyes' side, and David Moyes coming in place of Sean Dyche. He's done a decent job so far. I did go onto Toffee Web, which I discovered as a website, and I felt a bit dirty doing that as a red, but it's not there. To see what it's basically I found for them to see what their views were on it. Someone said that if Goodson were to still be used for matches, maybe the under 21s could use it as well. Talk about the food green group, using it and reviewing the situation as they go, seeing as they've only recently taken over. I know the under 21s play at Finch Farm normally, so like a lot of the clubs, academy sides do, but it would be good stepping stone for them to use an actual stadium, I think. Uh, some people go about the safety certificate, and that's one of the reasons why they have moved from Goodison Park. But my idea and my thinking behind this is they won't keep it as the 32,000 seat stadium. I think if the Women's team move in there, I think they'll scale it down. A bit like Manchester United are planning with Old Trafford. If they move to a new Old Trafford, they're going to get their Women's team Old Trafford and scale it down from the 75,000 seat stadium it is now to more like a 20,000. So I could see something like Everton scaling down Goodison from the 32,000 that it is now to more of a 10,000 seat stadium. I could see something like that, and that way they can scale down the ground, but then they can also utilize that outside footprint outside the ground to fulfill they basically promised in the agreement for in the land for Bramley Moore of having the flats, uh, the the residential care place and the house centre, etc. So there's a way that you could combine both having the women's team move in there, keeping Goodison Park and Historic Stadium alive, ticking, because for example, like Highbury, I think Highbury did theirs very, very well where they converted their old stadium into flats. They kept the outside facade and they've kept the inside as well, the players' entrance there and the old marble staircase and halls. I think they've done that perfectly. It's good to see Arsenal leave, but the Emirates Stadium is a beautiful state-of-the-art stadium. For the purpose now that they've got over those financial constraints, Arsenal's now starting to push back up there and obviously battling for the title last 2 seasons. They didn't win it last season, but they're still in contention this season, although they'll pull 13 points clear as I do this video. And in terms of West Ham, that moving to the London Stadium has propelled them into another stratosphere. 60,000 fans might expand it even further. Financially, they're better off. They have struggled a little bit off the pitch this season, but previously, obviously, they've won the Conference League under Everton manager David Moyes now. So yeah, it's helped push them. So you never know the financial situation in terms of Goodson, not Goodson Park, sorry, Bramley Moore, uh, propelling might propel Everton forward. The extra income once they've obviously paid off the debts, it will take time. It's not a overnight thing. But yeah, I'm sad to see Upton Park go. It's a real proper ground, a proper terrifying and daunting ground for away teams to visit. Sorry, you've got the chicken run on underneath the close proximity to the pitch. The fans are really on top of you and loud, and that's something that you've got at Goodison as well, which I think is going to be missed probably more. Although it does look like a great architectural stadium, Bramley Moore does. I've not been to it yet. I will probably go to it at some point. Yeah, I've been around the outside of it, but went past it, should say, in a vehicle, and it looked pretty decent. But yeah, I think it was shame with Upton Park when that got demolished and turned into flats because it's not recognisable anymore, the area. And I saw a picture of it the other day, an overhead shot, and it was really, really sad and depressing seeing that there was like seeing no sign of a football stadium left, not even the, the historic turrets. But anyway, back on from the tangent, I think yeah, you could see Goodison Park a scenario where it is scaled down to maybe a 10,000 seat stadium, which would be more fit for purpose for, as a women's team games grow. Some people might say, oh, sometimes Everton Women have only got £800. I think that's because of the capacity and the location and parking restraints at Walton Hall Park. Whereas if you go to Goodison Park, it's a lot easier to get to. You can get taxis there dead easy. Um, Parking's probably a little bit better as well. You get the buses going past as well, periodically as well, and you got the law of an historic ground as well, and it's just great for marketing as well. So with as well as the shop being there and other facilities nearby. So yeah, uh, another fan on here says that you can't stand women's football. I think it's a great idea. Um, each person's entitled to their opinion whether they like women's football or not. I like it. I like it. I do. Uh, in terms of someone says here, Kieran, called Kieran says Goodison should be demolished once it is no longer Everton's home. It needs to be wiped off the face of the earth rather than allowed to decay. Uh, he hopes the club go ahead. Someone else called Brian said he hopes the club go ahead with the plans. Then you've got uh, people go about running costs of the stadium, etc., etc., and how it could be used for different things. Someone said build a mini single-story Goodison towards the Gladys Street end, probably in line with where the current main stand meets the St. Luke's, let's say 4 to 10,000. He says, in architecture, you reckons it could fit in with the houses nearby and could still tie in well with the Goodison Legacy project. Uh, yeah, let us know your thoughts on all this below, by the way. I personally think it's a good idea to have the women's team move into a purpose-built, state-of-the-art stadium. Oh, um, I think it's a great idea for Everton Football Club. I think it keeps the historic landmark going. It's a great idea for the city of Liverpool as well. Someone said to me the other day, "Why don't Liverpool women move in there?" I was like, "Nah, I get the idea of that." What they were trying to say, of all in perspective, it allows both clubs from the city to play in a stadium, a proper football ground, and not have the overhead costs of using another place. But it's Everton's home. It shouldn't have anything. If Liverpool were to move grounds again, even if they just join St Helens Ground, which I'm not a fan of, I think they should either move to Anfield or build their own purpose-built mini stadium on Stanley Park somewhere, not to moved to Goodison with the Everton women's team. But I think Everton women should move to Goodison Park. I think it's the right decision for the football club. Keeps the stadium alive and kicking, and it's got real historic value to the city. People still come in, they'll spend money to visit it. Still, they'll probably pay money to those people that have missed out on going to it before it's closed from the men's team. Will still want to go and visit it. You'll have Blues that want to go back there for sentimentality reasons as well. Uh, it will help grow the women's game and the profile of the women's game as well, help in bring more revenue into Everton Football Club as well. So I think that'll be, and the city as well, in that one. So yeah, I think in terms, I get it, it's a balancing act, um, as well, because you got to balance the cost for the club, cost for the women's team, how much do you want to invest in both departments. Then you've got the legalities of following the legacy project, costs of downgrading the stadium as well, what money they could get for selling that plot of land and building on it. The, there's so many variables, but at the end of the day, I think there is a way that you can both the allow both the women's team to play there and fulfill that Goodison legacy plan of building, the community hub and fulfilling everything that was promised from all this. End of the day, we don't know. The decision won't be made for a while yet, and I think it will take time for when the men's team to settle at Bramley Moore for them to have success and stuff that they crave there. But I think it'd be better for them off the pitch in the end of things. It'd be a shame if Goodison Park does, you know, cease to be existing as a sports ring. I think another idea for that is if they do keep it to for footballing purposes, they could also use it as a community hub, sports hub maybe as well. So they can rent it out to the public to use for sporting purposes as well as obviously it being built, having the flats and the medical centre put to it, and then obviously the women's team using it and a community hub. I think that'd be a good idea, and I think it'd be the best thing for the city. You'd have uh, really great stadiums for if you could include the Globe Arena at Marine, or Marine actually build a new ground themselves as well. So you'd have Anfield, Goodison, Bramley Moore, and then Marine's ground, whether that be the Globe Arena or their new one. So you'd have four great stadiums in um, the city of Liverpool, and they can also pass on Walton Hall Park to the community as well. So they can have it as a community centre down there. So that either way, whatever happens, it'll be great for the city of Liverpool and great for the local community. Let us know your thoughts on that, whether Everton should pass their stadium past Goodison Park onto the women's team and keep it going, and how you think that could work. Let us know your thoughts on that, guys, in the comments below. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Let's Talk Sport for more content, and don't forget to follow us on X, Instagram, Facebook, and of course TikTok, where you can get extra good, funny sporting content as well. And we'll see you all on Let's Talk Sport very soon. And thank you for watching.